anyways, it is so fun that you guys are all here, and we're doing this for our third year in a row. And we're going to explain the rules, we're going to have dessert, lots of stealing, and we have a few twists.
We're going to go home enemies.
Yes. Wendy does such a good job every year, so I'm going to let her start.
Okay, before I start, we can do this very briefly, just because we do have new players this year and new people. For instance, Mandy. Mandy is my coworker at Dr. Drew. But just for people who don't know new faces, we have some other new people in the crowd. I just want to go around briefly and introduce yourself and your affiliation with one of the hostesses here, or both of us. So go for it.
Katie Pulaski and Lawrence with Wendy and Felicia, and then one who's above you guys, who's before you guys.
Michelle Gillette, and I have a son who's a 6th grader at Lawrence and a daughter who's a 4th grader.
And this is my daughter, Julia.
She's in 1st grade at Lawrence, and my boys are at Buckley in 7th grade. And
If you don't
for
know
those of
me,
you that
go
don't know
home.
Okay.
Suzanne Robinson, Lawrence as well.
I'll go back. Marlon Diaz and Lawrence and Campbell Hall.
Oh, is it me? Alina Bartani, Lawrence, live around the corner from Felicia. I've known Wendy for 8 years now. And I have a 7th grader at Harvard Westlake and a 1st grader with Julia.
Oh, I'm Lindsay. I'm Wendy's sister's best friend / business partner.
Now we say the business.
And I also love Felicia.
Oh, I love you too. This is Alexa, and she has a child at Lawrence. Have to have a child at Lawrence. I'm Wendy's sister. That is my story.
Me, I'm Holly. I know Wendy and Felicia from Lawrence, but my daughter is graduated now at Campbell Hall.
And we've known each other since T-Sons, since preschool.
And I've known Jessica's family since I was the kids' age. Well,
Laura Lawrence. I was in Lawrence with kids and happy to see all the familiar faces. I miss you guys, and now we moved out to Agora. But so, Lawrence.
And we're so happy to have you girls.
So good to see you guys.
What is she? Nancy, and I know Andy from St. Cloud Elementary School.
Roosevelt Junior High School.
Roosevelt High School, and then I met Felicia.
You've known Andy?
I've known Andy
in this
since
room.
I was in kindergarten.
the banker.
Rena?
The banker's in the house.
I know Wendy and Felicia from Lawrence. I have 2 daughters the same age as Wendy, and they're best friends. And I got to know Felicia from that, so I'm very grateful.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Jessica, hi, Jessica. Not really recovering very well. Thank you. Let's see. I'm a Lawrence mom. I'm a Campbell Hall mom, and Wendy and I know each other from her hating me when she first met me, and I know Felicia because Andy grew up with my husband. So that's how I know.
And I love her now, so.
Yes, and that's all that matters. But she did not like me. I want to hear that story. That's probably good. I want to hear her. You caused me to drink.
I'm Valerie. I'm also from Lawrence School. My son Luca is on the court down there. He's at Buckley currently with, luckily, Evan and Justin, who I adore, so I'm blessed.
And we adore you.
And I'm Suzanne Brokaw, and I am Wendy's mother, and Drew and Alexa's grandmother.
Yay!
Granny Sue.
I know.
Or Granny
celebrate every
Sue.
day.
Granny Sue.
I am Esra, and I have a 5th grader, Kira, who is friends with Drew and Nicole and Tinley, and a 2nd grader at Lawrence also. Grace. Her name's Grace.
Sandy Goner.
Lawrence, and Tenley, my 5th grader, is Drew's bestie, and I have a 3rd grader named Shay.
And another Teeson's alum.
Yeah, Teeson's, yes. Nursery school and Lawrence.
Me?
Candice?
Okay, I'm Candice. I have a first grader, right? First grader. Last time, we met Felicia and Andy. They were our host family for kindergarten for Lawrence, so that's how we met. And Wendy, obviously, we also met through Lawrence. And
this is your 2nd year.
this is our 2nd year, and Julia is in class with Chloe D, because there's 3 Chloes. So mine's Chloe D.
And this is my sister-in-law. I'm Erin, and I have Stella D in 1st grade with Julia, and Felicia was my host mommy.
Yeah.
I still feel like she's my social mommy.
That'll never change.
Now I feel like you're my host mom.
And love Wendy through Felicia, and I'm very excited to be here. And yay.
I'm Rachel, and I have a 1st grader who's also with
Currently Skyping.
Right, was currently Skyping with Julia. Okay, because she couldn't be here, so they're just talking to each other. Thursday nightly. And so now I understand what it's like on this side. So I'm usually on the other side.
Now you know where it all happens.
No, now it's a full picture. They're both screaming at each other.
They Skype every day.
Every
They play
day.
Club Penguin together every day. And when she says Maddie, Andy thinks she's saying Daddy, and it's like the funniest thing. It took Andy a while to get over Maddie, and he'd be like, "Huh? Yes, Julia? Yes."
Like, get off the thing.
Okay, Amy.
I couldn't escape that.
I was gonna hide.
I'm Amy Mencia, and my son is in kindergarten at Lawrence, Lucas, and I think we originally met when I first did the tour at Lawrence, and then just, connected again and again after that, and then met Felicia, and that's it. What else? Yeah. Did I forget anything?
That's it. Very good.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm Betsy. I work with Amy. She calls me her wife because everybody's life is travels, and so I take care of.
She's like my big sister.
All this stuff.
And so I will
But
just
I'm
say
not-
that
I'm
these
not
girls were my, I would wake up in the morning when I was in the middle of doing the boutique, and who would be at my front door but these two? Who would be there late at night? These two. So there was a massive bonding situation going on, whether I liked it or not, but I happened to love it.
We had so much
Well, I'm glad you did. I always wondered if on one level you were kind of wondering, like, really?
No, she would text me, what can I
Every
bring?
single white email.
These guys, both of them were like, just so stepped up to the plate in such a big way. So anyway, it was very nice. Go ahead.
I'm Amy Bass. I have a 7th grader at Buckley with Felicia. I met Wendy through Emily, who has a daughter at Archer. And what else? I have a 1st grader, not at Lawrence, but maybe I should move her. Does anybody have a 3rd grade boy? I have those too. That's not at Lawrence.
But your 1st grade daughter is at Hebrew school with Julia.
That's right.
And your first at Buckley?
And at Stephen S. Wise. No, she is at Warner.
Okay. But that's right.
Yeah.
So
I also break the trend by being non-Lawrence.
I'm Emily. I'm not I have a 7th grader at Archer, and that's how I met Wendy, and Felicia through Wendy. So thank you.
I'm Louisa Copeland, and I'm Wendy's new friend.
Right. We knew each other somehow before.
But we know each other for several mutual friends that we figured out. But I am very good friends with Amy and Emily, and I've got a 2nd grader, Krista Carpenter, and a little 5-year-old who's at a preschool called Sunnyside.
That's your coworker.
All
Right, now we get to all hate each
Okay,
other.
so